Now presenting comedian
Dave Attell.
We say good morning to Dave Attell on the Opie and Anthony show. You guys went over to Afghanistan or Iraq?
Yeah, I went over with Artie Lang and, Nick DiPaolo, Jim Florentine, and Gary Del Monte, and we did a little tour, USO tour.
Are you sick of talking about the, what happened? Like you got shot at or something? Are you sick of talking about that yet?
I don't know who even put the story out, but we were on a base, we did our show, they mortared the base pretty much every day at the same time at night, like 9:30. I don't know what that is here. That would be like a week before we left or something. It's like incredible.
Yeah.
And, I guess that was like, that happened. And I didn't hear any explosions. I didn't see any flashes or anything. A siren went off and they took us into the bunkers and they said, we're under attack. And that was, you got to wait for the all clear and all that kind of thing. But it definitely was the highlight of the trip, I guess,
Was it at all scary or?
Yeah, I guess it's pretty scary. I would put it like, above an AIDS test. It's that kind of like, what's going to happen? Because there's nothing you can really do. And I'm in the bunker with the Artie Lang, and, we're all like looking at each other like, oh, what do we do?
Just sit there.
Yeah.
Hope you don't get hit. What are you going to do? You can't run out with a weapon. And
you sit there and wait for the real men to take care of you.
Right.
Well, they just had like an incident over there where it basically was on the wire where the guys were like overrunning the forward operating base, and that's kind of like what I thought. Like when people go, "You're under attack," that's what I thought it would be like. It's a million guys coming at you, wearing turbans,
like
and,
platoon.
You're chopping them. So, but yeah, that was I'd say the scariest thing over there is the heat and the smell, because they kind of really keep you safe on the USO. You've done it, Jim, right?
Yeah, well, it was a USO thing. We were in for about a week. We were in Iraq.
Yeah,
end of 2003. I kind of want to go back.
You should. I told you I wanted to go from Afghanistan to Iraq, but I had to come back for the Gong Show. So, show business is important too.
Well, the bigger name you are, the more of a contributor you'll be eventually. That's the way I look at it.
I could just sit there and, tell them a couple stories, maybe,
Most people are like, they was thinking of going from Aruba to St. Thomas.
Yeah,
It's like, Iraq, and then Afghanistan, some crap hole in Chechnya.
Yeah, Kyrgyzstan. And this is a true story because I've said it already, but it is definitely true. A guy in Kyrgyzstan was getting on the plane with a bow and arrow, a real bow and arrow. And nobody was like, no on the ground, no dogs yelling.
No.
Basically, I guess that's a good luck charm or something in Kyrgyzstan. Maybe there's some quail hunting to be done on the plane.
Hysterical. The thing is, all right, you're on a plane with a bow and arrow. How long can you hold that back? A gun you can hold on someone for hours.
Yeah.
That arm's going to start shaking after a few minutes.
You kind of deserve it if you get hit.
Yeah.
With the,
you gotta have good bicep muscles.
Yeah, you're really going to hold that back.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, it's really the arrow, not the bow.
Yes, perhaps the arrow part you could stick somebody with.
That arrow.
I missed it. I had such a good joke too, man. I didn't get to it.
Oh, damn.
Dave said I almost went from Afghanistan to Iraq. I should have fired out. Good travel agent.
See?
Laughs that would have gotten.
The USO,
That would have gotten laughs.
Yeah.
The USO is really cool because they always tell you to keep it clean or whatever, or the commanders want it clean. But then when you get there, you're like, you can be as filthy as you want usually, and that's kind of the wink and the nod, as I call it. The don't ask, don't tell, but it's more like tell, let it out. Give us details.
But why are they telling you to keep it clean to begin with?
I think it's there's always one churchy commander. It's like, hey fellers, gather around, let's play some ping pong, and who's up for some chocolate? And
come on in for the big win.
Yeah, that guy. So I think it's not to upset him and his cronies. They want you to do some puppetry, maybe a what's his name? Who's the big puppet guy, Jim?
Jeff Dunham?
Yeah, he would be the act they're looking for, I think. Him, there's 3 acts that they would just love. Nobody would be offended or nobody, him. Brian Regan, who's the funniest guy. He's super clean. You can bring your 8-year-old child and your 108-year-old grandma to see him, and everybody's having a good time. And that's total respect to him because he's a great comic. He would be good.
Isn't
anybody who's in Ice Capades.
Isn't seeing bodies blown apart a little more offensive than a tasteless joke?
That's why I asked that question.
That's just hysterical.
It seems ridiculous.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to the Gong Show, Dave. Jimmy was a judge, right?
Yes, he was. And
it's on 2 of the episodes. I don't know when they're airing, though.
I don't know either, because I basically am left out of the whole loop of the thing. The one I think they reviewed in the Post is not the one tonight, but it's that was one of the ones that's in the post. It was definitely one of our best ones, and Jim was great. He was super hilarious, and also I'd like to think that constructive criticism. Do you remember your shows? Do you remember the acts or anything?
I was on with Ron White and JB Smoove, and the acts were. Yeah, I do remember the guys with the ladder. Which ones did they review in the post? Did they review? They didn't review.
No, that's your episode's coming down the pike
towards the end. Yeah.
You know, we're using you as the money shot, if you will. We're kind of teasing you like on Lost, teasing you through the season. You had a good time, right?
Yeah, it was great. And I'm trying to think of the acts because there was the one chick who got inside that giant balloon thing who I kind of wanted to have sex with.
Yeah, she was hot.
She had little fat Mary Lou Retton legs. She was kind of juicy.
Yeah,
and
fire hydrant that woman.
Some band that was throwing cookies. It was really bizarre.
Yeah, it's hard to find. You guys know because we can never capture what you guys do. Morning radio was my thing of the stuff I've seen over the years and just the stuff that you guys have done. You can never do on TV. You know that, right?
Well, we learned that because we did a little pilot for Comedy Central that's never going to see the light of day, and a lot of the things we really wanted to do, they're like, oh, you can't do that. You can't have. Yep. What was the one with a lawyer? Because there are female lawyers over there. They didn't want a girl rolling around in honey.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
well, we have this bit. It's called Money Honey. You get the girl completely naked, but we would clean up for TV a little bit, and you put honey all over her body, and then she rolls around in money, and
she gets to keep what sticks to her.
Yeah.
I like that.
Simple, silly.
They said, well, if you have a guy do it first, then we might allow it.
Right.
Because they would look at it as if the woman's being victimized.
Right. It's we're just trying to be
Such
funny
a
and
fine
a little
line
edgy, you know?
Between genius and stupid.
We knew we were in deep trouble when that discussion happened. We're like, and now we know what you guys go through. We're like, you know what? Morning radio, we're pretty as much as we bitch, we do have a lot more freedom than TV does.
Can you picture an unfunnier thought than a woman who's a lawyer? Who would be a greater buzzkill to a comedy moment?
They said if you have a guy do it,
a female lawyer.
They said if you have a guy do it first, then we'll allow possibly the female to do it. And I told them after you have the guy do it, no one's gonna be watching the show anymore. You got to. Yeah. You got to hit him with the hotness, not the guy doing it. I just saw a clip of the Gong Show, some guy with man boobs. What was he doing? He was juggling his man boobs or something?
He was what I like to call what the show's about. The original Gong Show was about regular people. A lot of our acts are like vaudeville, Vegas, uncabaret acts and things like that. So they're like semi-pros. This guy was just a regular guy who said, I just wanted to come on and, and do it. And, he didn't win. I'm not going to say he does rap with his man boobs going. And it was really good. I think it was, I'm going to say, okay, he got gonged. And, I don't think he should have gotten gonged because I thought he was a really cool guy and a real guy. And the problem with all these acts that that come to us is a lot of them are really professional, so you want to the raw real act, and he was what we're looking for. So
yeah, you want to throw a guy like that in there. He's got full C's, it looks like.
Yeah, he's a nice
and
rap.
He was able to make a move to a rap song.
Yeah, he would do that, and it's definitely the thing that buys him a lot of beers, in bars.
I was going to say, but I really mean this as a compliment, but it was crap like that.
Yes.
This guy that I enjoyed with the original Gong Show.
Yeah.
See, just guys from another planet with these weird things they could do.
You should have Gene the Dancing Machine's legs. Just have his rotting legs up on stage.
Is Gene representing on the new Gong Show somehow?
Gene's
some way?
dead.
Well,
I know that, but is there a new Gene or something? I don't know.
I wanted to get a guy from just a bus station with type 2 diabetes and his feet were amputated and have him in a wheelchair and have him roll around to the music.
Frank the sitting machine.
Yeah, just the eat fruit guy. But we didn't get that. And the Popsicle Twins was another one that we were looking for. But I think they're two moms now that live in San Bernardino or some Pasadena, something like that. They didn't.
That's actually a good question. So you bring back any of the old acts?
So far, no. The Unknown Comic, we didn't have him. I'd like to bring out all the other people who've hosted Gong Show versions.
Yes. Are they still alive?
Yeah, they are.
Was it J.P. Morgan?
J.P. Morgan was one we wanted to.
Jamie Farr was always on there.
He's doing something in Vegas now, so he's not. I don't think we can afford him.
He's in a a play. It looks awful. They show the photos of the montage of the scenes, and it's all him and his older wife with whipped cream on his nose, and it just looks revolting. Jesus, you waited 26 years for this, Jamie.
Is that Is that a pre-buffet little entertainment to work up an appetite?
Yeah, I have a few laughs, work up an appetite.
Because Vegas is 24/7. You know, there's stuff going on all the time. There's like nooner shows there too. You know, like you ever see like when they wheel out the gigantic like jackpot machine? Like, you know, you got to be by poolside by 12:30 because we're gonna give away like a new Chevy something and something.
No,
you know,
and they wheel a big.
Yeah, they
wheel
something out, and so Vegas is like, there's like a whole day Vegas that nobody knows about.
Oh no, I've never seen that.
Yeah, well, because you're having fun at night. That's why.
Yeah,
they call me a night owl, Dave.
Hey, Jimmy, do you remember who you gonged?
I might have gonged one person. I didn't gong a lot.
He actually had one of the funniest comments on the show, I thought.
Oh, look at that, Jimmy.
Yeah, he took it a different direction because there was one act that, I can't say what act it was, but everybody kind of railed on this act, kind of jumped on it, and you took his side and gave him a really nice score. So
did I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I do kind of vaguely remember that.
You were kind of the... I don't know, who would it be? To Kill a Mockingbird, kind of the...
Well, people tell me my nickname in high school was Devil's Advocate Jimmy. So I kind of take up for the little guy. I kind of remember the act, but I don't remember. I remember doing it. I don't remember what
How did you feel gonging someone? Did you feel powerful or...
Nah, I didn't feel like... It was like... I didn't mind doing it because I thought he deserved it, but it was like... I didn't want to overdo it either because you want to watch people kind of... It's kind of fun to watch... somebody unravel too. Like there was one act that everybody wanted to gong, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
I wanted to punish the audience with the act.
That's smart.
Yeah. So it was like, let them do what they do.
Do you do a little gong dance before you gong?
No.
That was like that's
swim walk.
Yeah, that did.
Remember they used to do that in the old days. They would have to really work it around the gong. That
My
used to drive me
favorite
nuts, by the way.
was when like Rip Taylor would he would be trying to gong, and Jamie Farr would be holding him back.
Yeah,
no, I like this guy. Oh, don't gong him.
There was some of that. That is a little uncomfortable, but yeah, there was some of that.
I should have watched the box set, the original. I would have done something like that.
Yeah, you should have. See, they should add some of the elements from the old Gong Show.
Maybe Jamie Farr should have someone hold him back when he did Aftermash with Harry Morgan. And who else did he do it with? It was Harry Morgan, Jamie Farr,
and
William Christopher. Father Mulcahy.
Wasn't it also Gary Berghoff?
No, he left after season 8. What are you, queer?
I thought he came back for that.
No, he left after season 8, I think.
He didn't come back for Aftermash?
No, they hated him on this. I heard Harry Morgan hated him. Yeah. None of them liked it.
With that little hand.
Little rotten, gnarled hand.
Ugh. They always tried to hide with a clipboard.
Yeah.
Why was he hated?
You guys were fans.
Yeah.
We were fans.
Jimmy's obsessed with
yeah.
Sorry,
he was a douche, apparently.
What is that, Jimmy?
How is this...
No, that's
it's not my iPods. It's not my iPhone.
Is that the queerest ring or what?
No.
That is
That's
a little...
you? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
It's like a hospital or something.
Yeah.
Really fast because it's on the front page and it's something we were talking about today. Dave, please jump in.
What is it?
We had a cop here in New York, and he saw some bad things going on, and he shot. And everyone thought he did the right thing, and then it came out that the cop was drunk.
Not drunk. He blew up
they're
.09, which
technically is drunk if it's .08 is the legal limit.
.08 right? is the legal limit for driving a car.
Yeah.
For a civilian driving a car.
Is .09 drunk there, Dave?
Not for a cop who's seen too much and tried to clean up the streets as a rookie and now realizes that it's a never-ending cesspool, something, The Wire.
Exactly.
Did he hit his target?
Yep.
That's the kind of shooting we need in the Gulf.
The guy, apparently the perp, if you will, had a Tech 9.
Wow.
Old school. He's running old school weaponry.
Wow.
And fired a few shots off at this officer. The officer was off duty. So he had a couple of drinks. What are you going to do?
Oh, well, Dirty Harry, wasn't that like 3 of his movies there? He's always coming out of a bar.
Yeah, Callahan. It's Irish.
Yeah, there's like a big bank robbery going on right in front of his hot dog stand.
Yeah. So the cop, fired back, hit the guy, wounded him. And then he gets put on administrative leave. They take his guns away. And they were going to, nail him to the cross.
I believe they listened to our show because we were yelling and screaming yesterday, leave this guy alone.
Because
he's a hero,
here's the deal.
Blah.
If you want off-duty cops to be like your second line of defense to the on-duty cops, you can't do things like this to them. What off-duty cop is going to raise a finger to do anything if they have the possibility of losing the job or going to jail? or something like that, you're going to see something and walk away.
After this, they suggested that these, quote, drunk cops call 911 and not get involved.
Yeah, just call 911 and, as he's shooting at you.
Yeah.
As some guy is shooting a Tech 9 at you.
So I believe they listened to the show because the update is the guy's back on the job.
Reinstated.
And
how many rounds, by the way, did he shoot?
Yeah, that's
68 rounds fired into the gentleman.
Better. We're getting better.
For
jaywalking.
For jaywalking.
Yeah.
He's back. Yeah, he's back. And Commissioner Kelly there,
he's the best.
Praised him.
You like him?
I just he looks so much like a cop.
Doesn't he? He is a movie version of what a cop is supposed to be.
Like he has Batman's number, like that kind of like old school Gotham,
Gotham cop.
Yeah.
Did you see the new Batman yet?
No, I didn't. But I did see someone's girlfriend wearing a cloak on a morning TV show.
Oh,
did you see that?
I saw it. Jill was wearing a little head thing. She was
Batman. Wearing the Batgirl
She was wearing
thing?
a Batman mask for some reason.
Does she do that when you go out?
Yes.
It's not that I don't want to be seen with you.
Do we know why she was doing that? Besides,
I have
promoting
no
the movie?
idea.
No, the guys in the prep area.
Yeah.
I go, who's that? And they're like, oh, that's
Jill Nicolini.
Yeah, and I'm like, really? I thought that was like something you make her wear, maybe very fundamentalist. No one can see my treasure.
No, you must stay under wraps, or I will cane you.
Yes, you're a very strict Muslim, and yet you love pop culture.
Yes, I'm a fan of Batman and Mohammed.
You made it more a hip now.
Right. Yeah. That way the ladies don't feel so silly.
I think we're onto something here, how we can take that look and turn it into
lemons and make some lemonade.
Yeah.
That's right.
Why not?
Take lemons and issue a fatwa.
Make some boo. Yeah, superhero masks.
We were talking about how many movie theaters this Dark Knight's going to premiere on or whatever.
Yeah.
It's 25% of all the movie screens in America. That's what they're doing with this movie.
That's amazing.
That really is amazing. They've never used this many screens for an opening.
Big.
What's in the other 75? Wally?
Yeah, no kidding.
Wall-E. What is it called? Who knows?
Wall-E. I don't know. We got to take a break. David Tell's here. A couple things we could do. We're going to talk about the Gong Show a little more, but we could also get into this story where a woman wants to open a restaurant staffed by...
nude women.
Retards.
What? Okay. I was almost right.
Nude? No.
Yeah.
Staff retard.
We got some audio. I don't know. We could go down this path if
that is great.
All right, we'll do that next with David Tell, Jim Norton, and
just one restaurant.
It's the worst
of Opie and Anthony.
We got David Tell from the Gong Show in studio. Make sure you take a peek at that. Also, what else is going on in the world? We got Ronnie Wood entering rehab for alcohol.
What?
But I thought his life is going well. Like
sounded like he was doing great.
Yeah. It came out the other day that he married, what, an 18-year-old?
Did he marry her, or he's just banging her?
Banging what? He ran off with his new girlfriend who was like 17, 18.
Was it a girlfriend, or did he just run off with her? Because that's a problem.
That could be
if
a
you
problem.
just grab an 18-year-old and run off.
He must be like the interventionist, like the White Rhino.
Yeah. Perfect. We found the perfect man, the perfect specimen.
We can break him. We can break anybody.
Any of you guys watch Intervention?
I love it.
I laugh my ass off.
Do you watch it backwards? Sorry, it's an easy one. I'm coming from the Gong Show world of easy. I love him.
Yeah, Intervention is just absolutely wonderful.
Do you ever see the kid who, I think everybody, you feel sorry for everybody, especially the meth lumberjack and the heroin kid, homeless. There was one kid, he was addicted to cough syrup. Did you see that?
Oh, no.
I didn't see that.
And he was a male prostitute to afford the cough syrup. I'm not making it up.
Wow.
He would take like those little
That's tough.
I think he really needs cough syrup.
non-drowsies.
Yeah.
Right.
So
my favorite one was the hot naked girl with the sister.
Yeah.
And basically, I think her father, he owns a lot of property and gave one of the properties to his whacked out daughter who would just like to be naked all the time and would just destroy the place and throw her own feces, I believe, on the wall. And the sister would come in with like a tray of food, like a prison visit, and kind of like throw it into the room and run out. This woman was insane. and I just sit there and laugh the entire time.
Yeah, it's supposed to make you feel like, I guess, sad for the person,
no.
but you just watch and chuckle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who
You
cares?
like to see who shows up at the intervention, and it's always like, the sister, the mother, the stepdad, somebody could be a grandpa,
Yeah.
just a friend of the family.
Yeah.
They should have like a celeb or somebody sitting in there, and Tom Wopat. You remember him, the original Hazard from Dukes of Hazzard?
It would distract her a little. She wouldn't be so emotional.
I love when they finally sit the person down and you see the one or two people in the room. They're like with their arms folded, like,
Yeah, they're done with this.
We're forced to be here. I could give a crap about this person and her stupid problems. Love those people.
I've never been a part of an intervention. As many years I've been sober, I've never.
Really?
Nope, never been a part of one.
What does that say about you, though?
I just don't care.
You don't care about anybody.
He's having problems. Yeah, well, I made a decision.
Yeah.
Him in the mouth.
Well, what about there's a few of them. The gambling one was really good. Did you see that kid? The most unlikable on all the interventions.
Really?
Yeah, because at the end he still wouldn't apologize. I think he destroyed his parents' life savings. And
Right.
gambling's even worse because you're so. I know people with gambling problems, and they're so cognizant, whatever, sober, and the whole time they're jerking you around, ripping you off, and it's crazy. So
Yeah.
no, at least heroin, there's a little glory in that. You could die, might be shot, might have to be a prostitute to get it. Sitting at the the quickie slots. There's nothing there. That's all I got. Good.
Well, then we can move on to either the Belmar mayor, talking about Guido's, or the woman who wants to open this restaurant. Where you want to go, Jimmy?
The woman with the retarded restaurant.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Well, what's the other story first? Belmar what?
There's a mayor in Belmar, down there on the Jersey Shore, talking about Guido's and stuff. And
Okay.
chicks from Staten Island. The guy rules. He's very, very funny.
All right.
I say
The tarts?
please, where every order is wrong. I would love to talk about these.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Woman wants to open restaurant staffed by, and I quote, because someone on staff wrote this, by retards.
How did she phrase it? It's called, you know what it's called? It's called dumb ease.
I get it. It's almost like Denny's.
Yeah. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant dummies, and I realized that I wasn't saying anything different except
Boo.
dummies.
Boo.
I'm so irritated right now.
Boo.
What happened, Jimmy?
Nothing. I'm just irritated.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
I'll live. Let's just play the.
won't sink.
I got a
A
floater.
South Bend woman wants to open a restaurant, but this one has a flavor unlike any restaurant you've dined in before.
Drool.
Is that what it's called? A flavor now?
The flavor. Flavor of spittle.
Yeah, can I have some chromosome flavored sorbet, please?
Well, just God's flavors. Your flavor. Can't drive or run for office.
It tastes like chewed fingernails and doo doo.
Yeah, you're right. This is a joke bag.
I know. We're known for going after the easy targets there.
Yeah.
aren't we? But at least
Well,
we
the
acknowledge it. We're not going after the gangbangers or anything like that.
Any restaurant you've dined in before. News Center 16's Alana Greenfogel joins us now in the studio with a taste. Alana?
Well, this restaurant really will be something worrying. A South Bend woman wants to open it for her son. Her son has Down syndrome and can't find a job, a problem many handicapped people have. Not only will her son get a job at this restaurant, but she plans to hire 30 to 40 people in the handicapped community.
Wow.
Wow. Get
God
your
bless
hands
this
full
woman.
there. Oof.
Planning a time.
Well, I ordered a hamburger, but spaghetti's good too.
I know.
You'll have to order in down. Can I get some buttons, something shiny, and a hug from a teddy bear? Oh, you mean a grilled cheese? Yes. The menu is written in.
Charge you either 5 cents or $100.
That's potluck, though. You
Yeah, you don't
make
know.
out on that deal.
You walk up with a burger, yeah, $50.
Exciting.
It's like a tsunami of she's like 30 to 40.
Yeah, it's like your son has Down. Sure, you hook him up with a job, and then 40 more.
Yeah, and then a Mongolian horde of they're gonna ride in on each other.
You're gonna have
That's a little much.
At the end
Maybe
of it-
start with 10.
At the end of your meal, you're going to have a tough time figuring out which waitress was yours.
Is that one?
Yeah. Who didn't masturbate on my coat? I'd like to know. I'd like to tip him.
She even has a name for it. She's going to call it Pete Rose's place.
Wow. Why a restaurant and not a barbershop? I don't. Yeah, let's give him real power.
Let me tell you how sick our audience is. There are two things they wanted to talk about today. Only two: racism and this. Look at the phones.
Yeah.
Look at the phones.
There's a little thing by the register. Take a penny, eat a penny.
Just the idea of the register, like I can just see the hour and a half of standing there.
God, right?
Like, all right, now you owe me $20.
Look, I'm trying to have an open mind, but I really don't want to spend $2,500 for a hamburger.
Can I help you out?
Can we get someone that knows what the hell's going on here, please?
That's funny, man.
They're all walking around with the soup bowls on their head, giving each other trims. No, that's for the soup. For the soup.
You always know the manager is the one with the clean underwear.
Well, let's say hi to Mark in North Carolina. Mark, what's up?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey.
What's the signature meal of this place? Frank and beans.
Frank and beans.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Craig on Long Island. Craig.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
How long have you been waiting for a restaurant to open where if they bring you the wrong thing, you could say, what are you, friggin' retarded?
Oh, Christ.
Well, let's go to Todd in West Virginia. Todd.
Yeah, the name of the restaurant is the Olive Burden.
All right.
The Olive Burden. That sounds biblical there. The Olive Burden.
Brian in Philly. Brian. Can't get to these phones
Good morning,
fast enough.
boys.
Yes.
How are you?
Good.
Just think, this woman is a genius. She will save a ton of money on a dishwasher.
30 retards and one illegal alien. Can they run a restaurant?
Yeah, I smell reality show. What do you think?
You're not from here.
Let's go back to the audio here.
In the handicap community.
You gotta turn on the oven to 4.
Kim Biskupski loves two things.
Put some butter in the pan.
Cooking.
I work at Red Lobster as a cook.
And her son, Skylar.
He's 15 years old. He has Down syndrome. I want to just put the two loves together.
He's not even 18?
15.
I know, in tort years, that's like 35, but...
Oh, God. Let's go to Vinny in Whitehall, something like that. Vinny, what up?
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
I don't know about you, but I would love to see the job interviews.
Just come in and watch Steve interview one of our interns. I'm sure it's the same procedure.
If you make it within 48 hours of the appointment, you get the job. Why are you all covered in mud and blood? I had an interview with a lawnmower. We got to give them more credit.
Yeah. I said this once. I went into a Burger King once, and I was surprised to see a girl with Down syndrome was at the register. Right. I walked up, gave my order. She came back with it quickly, rang me up quickly, and the order was perfectly correct. And I walked out going, that was the best service I ever got in a fast food restaurant. And it was from a girl with Down syndrome.
Yeah.
It says a lot for the people working at those places.
Well, let's be honest, you didn't eat the food after.
Did you?
I threw it right away.
Yeah.
I knew it was drooled on. And
yeah.
Did you put your change in that little thing or just hand it right to her?
I stuck it up her nose where it was going to end up anyway. Yeah.
Should I put it in here or just give it right to you?
Phil, a little advice. If you go to one of these restaurants, don't order the dump lane. Here's more audio.
You may wonder what this old house has to do with it.
That is like a beginning of a wonderful thing.
Well, here it is. Kim plans on opening her own restaurant here.
Love to cook.
She'll need to hire the cooks, the servers, the cashiers.
I cook breakfast, dinner, you can cook dinner.
And they will be handicapped children and adults, like her son.
Cook.
Oh, boy.
We cook the dinners, food.
Why?
Not a lot of jobs out there.
Taco dumbbell.
Here's a scene that I hope never happens there. This guy's choking.
Oh, no.
Can someone do the Heimlich? No, stop fake swimming in only water you can see. The Heimlich. No, not a crazy dance. We lost them. Thank you.
We got some sick listeners. I've never seen the phones hotter. Look at this strong comeback this radio show made there.
My God.
Mark Jersey, what's up? Mark.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Hey.
Hey, instead of putting those sneeze guards on the salad bar, they could just put the sneeze guards right on the waiters.
Justin, Long Island, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, as opposed to the special of the day, it's going to be the special worker of the day.
I like that.
Jeff, Jersey.
Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
There's only going to be one dessert on this menu.
Pudding? Let's go back to the audio.
Food. Yeah. There's not a lot of jobs out there for the handicap, and that's what I want to do. I want to help them find jobs.
The menu may be familiar.
Biscuits and gravy, French toast, omelets.
But this recipe takes another ingredient. Love.
Really? Shut up. Shut up. Love.
Does that make the food taste better?
That's good.
Or a fine spice rack?
Just
you decide.
Knowing they're in the back jacking like crazy.
Yeah, there's so much love going on. There's a special sauce.
Special sauce. I didn't order special sauce. Oh. Yeah, excuse me, I ordered mine without the special sauce and boogers.
Pat from Foxborough. The specials today are Todd, Mike, Brittany, and Carl.
Does she have to pay? I mean, they're children too, right? So, and special needs children. So, does she even have to pay them?
Probably $1.29 an hour.
Another Diet Coke. Oh, we don't have that. We only have Drano.
Let's go back to the phones. John in Jersey. John.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
I'm not thinking putting 30 retards in a place with open flame and sharp knives is a great idea.
Wow. Newman, Detroit, what's up?
Oh, man, we love you in Detroit. Jimmy, I love you. Hey, you can go to this restaurant for some Downs home cooking.
Come on, Downs. I heard the phone number is Gummy Bear, Weird Noise,
Hairball.
Yeah. Puppy, Fart.
Let's say hi
Starfish.
Let's say hi to Bill in Philly. Bill.
Hey, what's going on?
Hello, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, how hard is it going to be? Who's going to go to this place? How hard is it going to be to park with all the handicap parking out front?
30 handicap parking spaces.
Yeah, you got to park a mile away.
Only 2 stalls because they need such giant toilets.
Who's going to go there? Old people. They got plenty of time.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, let's go.
I ordered my burger 3 days ago. Is it coming?
You're just sitting there. Back to the audio.
Ingredient. Love.
I would do the world for him. I mean, that's why I would, buddy. I would do the world for you.
Of course,
I would
you owe him for that
bust my butt.
room that you had. Whatever happened in there, whatever disaster happened, is you were shaking and baking him. Ouch! It's like when Sutherland kicked the pod when the dog and the homeless guy was sleeping next to it in Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Oh, look at your guy now. He's
he's having little black children kiss him. He's charming.
4 issue.
Lieutenant Andrew Baldwin, M.D.
In this restaurant, you're allowed to drink alcohol, but only if you're pregnant.
Do you think they have a tip jar and they ring the bell and then they start boxing?
Let's go to Tom in Jersey. Tom. Tommy.
Hey there, Tom.
Yeah.
Hey.
Instead of the diner being made out of a train car, it's made out of a short bus. I'm out.
Right.
Back to the audio.
Members of the community have already donated many things to Kim's project: furniture, silverware,
matches, and a thing of gasoline.
Furniture, silverware, containers, racks,
hangers,
heat lamps, and she welcomes
hockey
more
helmets.
support because
It is kind of better than Last Comic Standing. I think that guy said it best. Sharp knives and retards. Who will win this battle?
I try to watch Last Comic Standing.
No.
Not good? Is that a good sound or no?
Oof.
Sounds like a bad sound.
The casting, it's like, well, you just get funny guys. You have to get the black comic. You have to get the
gay guy. Do they have a
the
gay
Asian
guy?
comic that's going to talk about her, her relatives. You got the
stereotypical
pop comic.
Asian voice.
You got the chick comic. It's like, just get a bunch of funny guys. Don't have to. Why do you have to cast certain roles in these shows?
How about retard comics?
Huh?
They could have a comedy night at this restaurant. Don't you hate when
that'd be hysterical.
Your pants start swimming?
Two Jews walk into a bar. They hurted themselves.
Who has the IQ over 30? Let me hear you.
Chris in Buffalo, listening on The Edge, the home of Shredder Reagan. What's up, Chris?
Hey, excuse me, waiter. There's a waiter in my soup.
She welcomes more support because she says she really could use the help. She has the idea, but not all the resources. So we have her
Sounds like the
contact
retards.
information on our website, WNDU.com.
All she needs is a
where does the
restaurant.
idea stand?
Well, let's give it a
I love how the anchor, the woman, she doesn't know what to say. She's shocked like everybody, so she goes, it's a worthy idea. That's the best she could come up with.
Alana, so where does the idea stand?
Well, let's give it a cooking metaphor. All the ingredients are out on the counter, and now she's ready to cook.
People
She
are
has not
drooling on
bought the house yet, but she's planning on doing that very soon.
Dedicated mom.
Yes, she is.
Okay, thanks, Alana.
That's another idea brought to us by Pot. What if I got a house and turned it into a restaurant and got all my son's tart friends to work it, and the house is made out of gingerbread and that eat it and build it somewhere else again?
I hope it happens, and then you just find out she was completely exploiting the children, just beating them, locking them in the basement, not giving them money.
But what if one of them came up with a new recipe, just like it takes the world by storm?
Wow.
We go to Morristown.
Wolfgang Schmuck.
I dropped this red thing and this other thing, and this came out.
Al in Morristown. Al.
Hey, guys.
What's up, Al?
Hey, I'm calling everybody not to go to that restaurant, not to order the tossed salad.
Yeah, you don't want to order the tossed salad. Let's go to Mike in Princeton. Mike.
Hey, guys, on the dessert menu, they have apple tart, peach tart, and peach tart.
And Jimmy.
Dennis Yonkers. This is all they want to talk about. Dennis.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Speaking of secret recipes, the meatloaf is corn and peanuts, the secret ingredients.
These are good.
Yeah.
John in Rochester, the home of Brother Weeze. John, what's up?
Their tip jars consist of bouncy balls and shiny buttons.
and they're totally happy with it.
Let's say hi to JP in Philly. JP.
Hey, wanted to find out they're going to have a bowl of paint chips next to the register.
Instead of mints or something. Let's go to Larry in Montana.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Good, Larry.
Hey, are they going to have deliveries? Maybe they'll roll up on their three-wheel bikes and a helmet and stuff, giving food out?
Delivering food on, like, tricycles or something?
Yeah.
On a,
Couldn't there be a sign in the bathroom? Employees must wash hands.
Of course, Montana. Of course, Montana would ruin our fun.
They mushmouth what?
They must wash hands. I bailed that.
They dry them on the back of their underwear. They do, like, I've seen, come on. We've all seen some Down syndrome people. I used to, they had this thing where they were integrating handicapped children, mentally handicapped children, into my school back in, like, the 3rd grade. And it was frightening for us. You're a little kid, and they're trying to, like, integrate the kids in, thinking it's a good idea. It was some social program way back when people were silly. And it was horrifying. Like, I'm eating lunch, and there was a kid with a pupil that looked like a horse pupil. You know how they're wide and fuzzy? And a big, giant head, and he couldn't hold it up. It kept swinging down, swinging down like that. Ugh. And then other kids that had Down syndrome, and they're constantly, like, shoving their fingers in their nose and down their pants and the back of their pants and everything. I don't know, maybe things have gotten better, but I don't know if, I want to grab my food.
What about the bright side, though? Your 60 became an A.
I know. It was grading on a curve.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I wonder what pictures they'll have on the wall. I guess Corky. He's like a
the celebrity.
The cast of Johnny Knoxville in that movie he made, right?
Yeah.
We'll have to sign something.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Chris in PA. Chris?
Yeah, the cooks are also going to have to wear hair restraints and tongue restraints.
Wheels are starting to fall off here. Nate, Iowa.
Yeah, I'd like to order a glass of Waterhead with my supper.
Supper.
With my supper.
My supper.
All right, we're going to cut our losses. Dave Attell, it's been a pleasure.
Hey, this is Dave Attell. I'm the new intern on the Opie and Anthony show. Can I do this more cop-like? Hey, this is Dave Attell. You're listening to the worst of Opie and Anthony. They suck.
Opie and Anthony.